Who's that? T-Rex? T-Rex? Who's the real T-Rex? The one that goes out the door is the real T-Rex and grabs his toy. Yes, Rex. Oops, that's supposed to be blocked right there. Here, come on, T-Rex. We're gonna... Nope, this way. Sorry, thought we were all set to go out the door. We're out the door. It's 8 o'clock, and it's another gorgeous day. No dew on the clamshell right now. I don't think we had the temperature get to the dew point last night. No, otherwise it would be dewy right there. We did have dinner on the grill here last night. It was beautiful. So it's not a total blue sky. There are no clouds. Smoke! There's a little smoke in the sky this morning. Sorry. Over irrational exuberance there, Tim. There's the satellite image. You see the fog in the valleys. So the valley areas did cool to the dew point, which was in the 40s. So we had some lows in the 40s this morning. And the front well to the south, staying off to the south for another day or two or three or maybe ever. And you see the smoke, that little bit of sort of filament of white in the sky. It's not bad at all, though. High pressure got stronger over the last 2 days. Temperature this morning, the cool spot in all of southeastern New England was Martha's Vineyard with that bowl-shaped airport, MVI, got down to 43 degrees this morning. I think the record was 42, so pretty close to record cold this morning. And a few spots right along the south coast. The high pressure system strengthened. It was a 1028, then 29. Now it's a 1032 high. It's getting off to the east of us. And so that means the wind is going to come in more from the east and southeast. That happened yesterday while we were down in the water. We actually had some white caps with the air coming in from the southeast. So that's a little more than a sea breeze. A sea breeze is when it's only happening very locally. When it's a larger scale, we call it synoptic scale. And that's what happens when these highs go offshore. You get a synoptic scale breeze from the southeast, but not too strong. The birds have quieted it down quite a bit. They were making quite a racket, all kinds of different birds earlier in the morning. What's that on top of that pole? Is that a gull or a hawk? Can't tell. Or a crow, I guess. Wrong, strike three. So the air is not moving right this morning. The water is glassy, and my eye is on a system on the front that's off to our south, to the west of Bermuda. The Weather Prediction Center says it's about a 1016 low to the south of our 1032 high. So that is a fetch of easterly wind across the central Atlantic Ocean aimed in our direction. So the wind is a lot stronger offshore, so that generates a groundswell. So that means surf is going to be building over the next several days without a lot of surface wind around here. Go to the National Hurricane Center, and there are now 4 X's. Yellow X's being a very slight chance of any development. Let's see, I can't remember all the different numbers. 1, is that how it goes? The most recent there in the northwest of Bermuda, that's a wave on a front, so that's cold core right now. And then 2, way out there, halfway between the Atlantic and the Caribbean, or another one coming at the Caribbean, and the one that's in the Caribbean. Is that 4? That's the one that a week ago was supposed to develop into a tropical cyclone in the Caribbean, moving into the Gulf of Mexico this weekend. Now it looks like it's going to go across the Yucatan Peninsula and be deep in the southern Gulf of Mexico and dissipating. I think the one that's, I can't remember which number it was, but there's one there that's going to cut north of Puerto Rico over the weekend, and that may develop next week as a tropical cyclone to the east of Florida, according to the guidance we're going to show in a minute. We have a lot going on between now and then. Like the Saturday forecast has changed again. Probably not that much in our favor, but what's changed in our favor is what's supposed to happen now Sunday and Monday. Let's start with the Boston 5-day meteo, because that's really a good indication of what's going on. And another perfectly sunny day with temperatures pretty close to 80 inland, a little cooler by the coast. Be again a light synoptic and almost orographic sea breeze effect with the wind coming in from the southeast. Probably getting a little gusty down here on Cape Cod. The Budweiser truck just showed up at the Beachcomber. Probably can't hear it with my noise canceling, but the Beachcomber is going to be open for the weekend. I'm not sure if it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, The only noise in the entire National Seashore is the noise of that truck while we are taping, but hopefully it's not bothering you too much. Look at the dual T-Rexes. Yeah. I was on the Boston 5-day, wasn't I? I didn't finish it, did I? Boston 5-day shows the thickest clouds coming in now on Saturday, with a few raindrops possible on Saturday. So that's back to where we were a few days ago in the forecast. However, nothing like the strength of some of the storms that had been predicted. They're no longer predicted. So we're looking pretty good. Might as well go right to the Euro. This is pivotalweather.com, and you can get it for free. And you just click on all the different models. We choose the ECMWF because it's usually the most consistent and most accurate. It only goes out 240 hours compared to the GFS 384 hours. So you're only wrong for 10 days instead of wrong for 16 days when it goes haywire in the long range, which it usually does. This Saturday, for example, stop it right there. Now I'm going to stop it. It says 0Z Sunday, which is actually 8 p.m. Saturday. And our low has gone east of Cape Cod. You can still make out some isobars out there. And there's, I gotta rewind, sorry. I went by too fast. I didn't focus enough on this storm going to the east of Nantucket. It does still deepen to sub 1,000 millibars as it goes by us probably Saturday morning. So if you stop it early Saturday, there's a wind from the northeast over Cape Cod and a wind from the south over New York, with most of the rain of each of these systems staying east over the ocean or west over New York on Saturday morning. And now we'll fast forward it again, not fast forward, but go forward and stop it at 8 p.m. on Saturday. I stop it here because I like to see the wintry mixed precip there in the upper left under the 540 thickness. There's a mix of rain, snow, and sleet still possible in part of Ontario, but it's a weaker low. It's a stronger upper level low. It's a weaker surface low. And the upper level low is further to the east now, and that's a line of showers and thunderstorms crossing the Hudson River Valley after sunset on Saturday. And then there's another low with some tropical characteristics going off of North Carolina. And most of us are in between with not too bad of weather. Now, if we put it back into motion, here's the big change, how fast this front is coming through, with the upper level low coming through from the northwest on Saturday night, and Sunday now looks mostly dry. The last few runs, it looked like most of the showers and thunderstorms were going to come in Sunday and Monday. So now, Sunday with a wind from the west-northwest may be a little better than Saturday for a lot of us, but either way, there's no real big storm coming through here. Those showers and storms dissipate, and the other low misses us to the south, and then we're back to another high-pressure system next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Energy is gathering off the southeastern United States, and then there's another front across Canada. It almost looks like a backdoor front trying to come at us next Thursday, Friday. And then if we slow it down and go across and shift it to the south, we can see a tropical cyclone trying to develop east of Florida next Thursday, Friday, and then into 0Z Sunday. It's actually 8 p.m. next Saturday. There's expected a possible tropical cyclone, Francine, heading towards Bermuda again. Didn't Bermuda get hit by the last named storm? So that's something to watch. Remember, about 7 days ago, there was supposed to be a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico, like this weekend, and that's not there, obviously. So things keep on changing, so I guess I'm just sort of your play-by-play on long-range weather forecasts. There have been a couple of posts by great meteorologist Ed Petrowski at Myrtle Beach. He put out a lengthy post on X on what he believes is the reason that it's been such a quiet period in the hurricane department, and also the Colorado State University, where William Gray pioneered the first long-range hurricane forecasts. He has since passed and handed the reins to Philip Klutzbeck, who grew up right over there in Plymouth, Massachusetts. He's now at Colorado State, and he put out a discussion also and has not changed the long-range forecast that CSU had of 23 named storms So let's see, we've had A, B, C, D, E. So we have 18 more storms to go to reach his 23 named storms. And if that happens, it's going to happen in a big way in the second half of September into October and November. He didn't change his forecast from 2023 in total. So there's that. And also a couple things. There is a typhoon going into the peninsula in South China with 120 knot winds. A great post from one of my favorite websites here, Zoom Earth. And our chasers are not going for that one because China. Nobody wants to go into China. Can't imagine why. You know why. And also, what happened to America's Cup? Remember Dennis Conner and all those beautiful, huge yachts? It has evolved so much now. It has turned into the sailboat of incredibly high-tech carbon-based fiber foils. It doesn't even look like sailing. It looks like something out of this world. And anyhow, there's been a great viral video on X of one of the yachts, if you want to call it that, going right through a bolt of lightning. It's been on X for some time. I've been watching it, and I thought I'd share that with you this morning. So that's called the LV. The America's Cup has evolved into the LV for Louis Vuitton off of Barcelona. I think that race may be concluding this weekend. You know that when I go out with my friend Doug Kent, there are letters from America's Cup, like Dennis Conner, to his dad, Don Kent, thanking him for the great forecasts he used to make when the races were off Newport, Rhode Island. Remember that 20, 30 years ago? We did some foiling ourselves yesterday. Weir brought down his foil down to the beach, and it was not as glassy as this. Weir, where are you now? It's so glassy right now. And despite all the seals and the threat of other mammals, we had a great time on the water again yesterday. And I was going up the path, and I saw this young lady getting a ride on her dad's shoulders, and it had a Levitate shirt on, and I just thought I'd just take a quick picture and say, oh, look at this great service up the hill. And then when I get up the hill, he stopped and said, TK, I watch you all the time. So I got to meet Doug and Zoe. Great to meet you. And there was another Labradoodle, is that the name of this kind of dog, on the beach next to us? And that was also named Zoe. So we had two Zoes, a bunch of seals, some seabirds, and Weir on his SUP and foil. I didn't do both. And I gave bad intel. One more thing. I gave bad intel on the sunset and moon set last night. I said the moon would be right next to the sun, and it was, but it was too close so you couldn't see it. But this evening, and this is a great website, timeanddate.com, it gives all the sky. You can look at the sky and what time, and the sun goes down just past 7, and then it's the moon and Venus right next to each other. Should be beautiful for just a few minutes around 7:30. See you there, Wellfleet Harbor, for a beautiful sunset. Talk to you again tomorrow. 11 a.m. update. Nothing. Still clear and sunny. Just saw a huge cruise ship go by, likely on the way to Bermuda, Boston, Bermuda, Maine, something like that. And I'm still trying to locate the owner of this beautiful weather system right here. What's in the bag?
No, you're gonna find out.
Look at the lines, so pretty. This is about as glassy as you get midday. Perfect for what's in the bag. Just had a couple of boats go by. The color of the water is a reflection of the color of the sky. Oh, there's a cloud. Oh, and there's a non-anthropogenic cloud. Route 6. This spot looks good enough. What was the question?
I said, who would have guessed a top 10 beach day on TK's birthday?
How did that happen?
I don't know.
High pressure. No pressure on high pressure.
It's beautiful.
Would you consider that a groundswell right there?
If it is, it's a pretty small one.
Yeah. Look at that wave. Beautiful. Well, there goes the flight board. As Weir would say, you can't make this stuff up. That's called a rip current. good, not good. He's got an assist on the French-Canadian. It's a groundswell. It's a small one.
No.
If it was low tide, I think we would be riding different things than that.
But it's a perfect day for that.
Yeah, we're gonna break that out. All right, one more trip up the hill. You earn your turns around here.
Earn your turns.
Noontime. We're setting up the rig, and it's what's for lunch. Oh, that looked like a lot of work setting that thing up. Warm enough?
It is hot.
It is hot.
I'm getting...
It's probably only about 73 degrees, but there's something about that thing up there. We got big kids' toys, little kids' toys. They built this big hole, and now it's getting filled in with water. It's so fun. Incoming tide. There is a groundswell, otherwise we could go surfing and kiteboarding at the same time. Ooh, feels a little cooler than yesterday. He's got all the toys, doesn't he? With spectators. You can come down to this beach just to look. You don't feel like walking down the hill. And we'll try and entertain you. This water's pretty clean. As you can see down. I wonder what the marine life is thinking of this different fin racing through the water. Inverted fin. That is not easy. Oh, he's taking a wave. Over the wave. See anything swim underneath you at all?
I think I saw one.
If you see a seal, you just gotta do a hard turn. All right, I gotta go out there. There it goes, let it float away. Let's see, 2 seals right there. I just saw 2 more seals right here. So let's take a right here. Go right down there and check out those seals. Let's practice. 1, 2, 3. This one's moving 4. Moving pretty briskly in this direction. They should be right in here. There's a seal right there. 2 seals. 2 seals. Baby. My guess is the seal weighs about as much as you and the board combined, so it would be an equal mass striking mass.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be good for anybody. You did great job. I saw you mastering the 4-point turns. The gull was very impressed. I was impressed. riptide right there. See that? The seal's underwater right there. Should come up in a second. Forecast is right here. Yeah. Two of them. I think it's a family, mother and a baby. Yeah, it's definitely a baby. They're that close. Not only should there be no sign saying don't climb on hill, which there are no more here, which is great. There should be signs saying everybody should climb a dune at some point in their life, because it is a thrill. Nothing more fun. I'm a total advocate of dune climbing. That's service right there. Hey, what's your name up there?
Zobo?
Zobo? I'm Timbo. What's your name? Remind me your name.
Doug.
Doug.
Doug and Zoe.
Doug's giving Zoe the ride up top. Look at, she's a little shy right now. I'll get out of your way and go way up here. Now I can see you even better.
Yeah!
See those places where the water runs out? Those are mini little rip currents right there. It's so neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
One right there.
Zobo, I used to watch him on the TV for weather.
I'm a meteorologist. Now I'm just a weatherman now.
We're gonna watch him on YouTube, though.
You're gonna be an out the door weather and more. I do the weather, and then you are the and more. Riding your dad's back. I actually made a little video from behind because I was so impressed.
Nice.
That, Mr. Lundstedt, is a groundswell. I don't know, we may have to skip sunset on the other side. Look at that little rip current right next to you, behind you. Another one right there, another one right there. That's what happens when you get a groundswell. The water follows gravity, the low spots. Yeah, look at that wave. Beautiful. Oh, there goes the flight board. As Ware would say, you can't make this stuff up. That's called a rip current. Oh! Not good, not good. He's got an assist from the French-Canadian. And the control, where's the control? Is that the control right there? Oh, picked it up. That's the thing with these groundswell. One wave comes up higher than all the rest of the waves, and I made a line in the sand right there, thinking that's where the high tide was going to be. Good call. Oh, here's making friends.
You get that tidal push? I think that was, did you see that wave?
Yeah, I saw that wave.
Did you have it on video?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, yes.
That's called a ground swell.
Well, I think it's also a tidal push. Literally, that was right at high tide.
That dog's going in the water whether it likes it or not.
I think that is what it is.
Yeah. How fun is that? So happy. And for our next trick, how about a little thunder funk mid-afternoon appetizer? Oh, we just had a seal do a little flip there. That was the line I do in the same for high tide. Very close. And something different. There goes a plane. The plane keeps going, it doesn't stop, that's good. You don't want it to stop and circle over a shark. And then there's a vessel. Looks like a nice motor yacht. Heading north on a perfect boating day. More and more and more. It's only about 2 o'clock. Up the hill. Okay, just about 5 o'clock. The sun's getting low, it's getting a little chilly. We got an onshore breeze now, so the high pressure system has moved completely across, and now the high is offshore, so now we get the wind from the southeast. And Weir has not had enough yet, so he's going to put on a show for us one more time. Still sunny on top of the hill. Down below, sun is set on the beach. We've got a traditional surf rider on a longboard, making it look easy. And then the same line. Weir missed that line. Come on, Weir. And there's our shadow right down there on the water line. You can make out the little bit of a southeasterly swell that's developed above the ground swell. Ground swell coming from the east. I don't know from where. Maybe that high pressure system in the eastern Atlantic Ocean. No, that would be a longer period. There's always waves down here. Great ride all the way in. I saw it from outside. Right up the shore, coming up the path. And the other guys just come to take your spot because you had the best spot. 6:40, September 4th. It's a Wednesday. Beautiful Tuesday and a Wednesday. A transformer. We've got an anemometer. From the southeast. A little bit chilly. Gulls point into the wind. So we're not going across for sunset. We're gonna have some cheeseburgers here. We'll just play it out. A little Captain Space time. And not sure if we're gonna be able to see the moon this evening, but we're gonna chase it tomorrow, which is now today, because this is the and more. Looking towards sunset. Anyone see the moon in there? Me either. Well, we will tomorrow. Or later today, because this is yesterday. Talk to you soon again.